All right, amazing. So let's go over what you've probably tried in the past and why it hasn't worked. So almost every single business owner I talk to has usually tried one of four things: either Google LSA, PPC, pay per click, leads to forms, and DM ads, or paying an agency or retainer every single month. Let's start with Google, because I actually like Google, but there is a time and place for it. For most business owners I talk to, it's not the best, because the way Google works is you're ranking on keywords and you're fighting for those keywords against other competitors. You're bidding on keywords like junk removal near me, electrician near me, against other competitors. Even the ones that are spending like $10, $20, $30, $50, $100,000 a month, which means that your leads are going to be extremely expensive because you're competing on the people that are searching for those keywords. So I've seen leads as expensive as $100, $200, $300 per lead. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the quality of those leads are actually any better. Because think about what you're buying. You're trying to buy attention of a lead or a stranger that is comparing 5 identical listings or 5 identical websites. And the only question in their head is, okay, how much are these guys charging? Because if there's no difference in the 5 things that they're looking at, the only thing that they're going to compete on is your price. And another problem that you have is, let's just say you're spending $5,000 a month on Google Ads, and every single month, the moment you shut it off, you get no more leads. Everything shuts off completely. And what I mean by this is that leads that you got 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 5 months ago, don't know that you exist anymore because there is no capture mechanism with Google. So with the way we run ads, you spend a certain amount every single month. The results get better and better over time because you're also building up your brand and you don't have to pay to get in front of someone again. All right, so let's talk about lead to forms, right? This one's my favorite because this is what most agencies run. 90% of agencies that you ever work with, this is probably what they're doing because you can learn how to run a form ad in one afternoon from YouTube. But the way they run it is like one image or one AI video, and they'll run that as an ad. And we'll send people to a form, either native on that platform or to a website or funnel where someone puts in their name, phone number, and email. They saw one picture and put in their information. Sophisticated buyers just don't do that anymore. And if you've ever run these ads, you'll know that because half of them don't pick up the phone. And the ones that are shopping you against 3 other quotes, because they have no idea who you are. You're also paying $30 to $150 per lead with zero trust attached. So you're doing a lot of selling. You're convincing them why you charge the amount that you do. And this is also for DM ads too. So let's just say you run a lead format. You get 100 leads that come in, 75 of them are garbage, 25% of them are good. You know which ones are good and which ones are bad because you're on the phone with them. You'll know, okay, this guy was good. This guy didn't even pick up the phone. This guy was just wasting my time. But Meta doesn't know that. It just knows that it has to get you a bunch of phone numbers to that lead form, right? Because you're spending the money. So your funnel will find you more phone numbers like that. So it's not worth it. And the amount that you're paying for a lead. This is exactly why the ads might work for 2 weeks, but they fizzle out over time. And every sale feels like it's luck, and the results just get worse over time. We actually fixed this. I'll run you through what our process looks like in a second, but we actually only put buyer data back into the ad so that your targeting gets smarter and smarter every single month. All right, sweet. So now DM ads. This is going to be the same problem as the lead form ads. Leads are going to be a lot cheaper here. Like you're spending $10, $15, $20, $30 per DM. The problem with this is they're getting way more volume. So the bad data is happening at a way faster scale. Like you're just getting a bunch of DMs and the bad data goes right back into that ad and never gets better over time. And if you've ever run DM ads, it's actually really funny because anytime someone clicks on that ad, it pops up as they've messaged you. So people start saying, why are you messaging me? Get off my feed. And that's not the impression you want to give. We still run DM ads, but not to a cold audience. We run it to people that know who you are, and we run it as a retargeting ad. And I'll talk a little bit about that too. Okay, the last one is agency retainer. So you're spending about $2,000 to $3,000 a month on an agency. You know, most people say that doesn't sound too bad when they say it out loud, but that ends up being $24,000 to $36,000 a year. And this can go one of two ways. It doesn't work, you get frustrated, work with someone else, the same thing happens over again, and you're just in this vicious circle. So I don't want you to be trapped in paying a monthly retainer every single month. One of our clients, a garage remodeling company in Delray Beach, was stuck in this exact spot. He was spending $13,000 on Google LSA with an agency and not getting the specific results he wanted, which were more leads from Miami. He wasn't posting content either, invisible on social media. But after working with us, that changed. He started posting consistently, launched ads, and closed a $27,000 project from one of their first Instagram leads. Their following grew from 1,000 to over 11,000 on a system he owns outright. And he hasn't had to pay us another single dollar since. So I'm going to tell you exactly how in a minute. But that's the exact direction we want to head. You want to be owning the machine, okay?